Hello, Derek Bilsby here, Chairman of the K&E Sussex Railway, with our July update from our locomotive works here at Rolvenden. Right now we are working on one of the biggest projects, extending the line to reconnect with Robertsbridge. We're making excellent progress. We will have a detailed update in August, so keep an eye out for that. More exciting news, we have been voted the best family experience in Kent for the second year running. The Muddy Stilettos Awards is hotly contested and voted for by visitors. Thank you to everyone who voted for us. The glorious weather makes a visit to the railway more enjoyable, but as responsible custodians of our 10 miles of track, we must put safety first. This means that sometimes the risk of fire is just too high for us to run steam engines. If we've had to replace your journey with a diesel engine, and you were looking forward to steam, we apologise. It's important for the safety of the farms along the track, the animals and wildlife, as well as our staff, visitors and volunteers, so please bear with us. We are looking forward to a summer of fun and have a lot of activities lined up for families and children of all ages. And don't forget, kids travel free. For local residents, our season ticket gives you free entry to come back as many times as you like until the end of October. Our summer of activities include Bricks on the Move with Lego and Duplo. Our youngest visitors can join the Teddy Express and bring their favourite cuddly toy. For curious minds, the Great Train Mystery is a live whodunit on board the train. Children will gather clues, solve puzzles and piece together evidence with the help of Inspector Whodunit and Detective Derailed. Will you solve the mystery? This month, the Explorer Express will turn your journey into an exciting trip back in time. Join Colonel Stevens, the Victorian founder of our railway, who will guide you through the golden age of rail travel. There will be interesting facts about the history, nature and evolution of our railway. We also have craft workshops for those with artistic interests, and finally, for one day only, we have circus skills workshops that families can enjoy together. We hope you will find lots to entertain you at the railway this summer. I'm pleased to say that we're making progress as we approach reconnection to Robertsbridge in 2028. Firstly, we welcome a new engine to our railway. 4270 has arrived at our Rolvenden engine shed under agreement with Rother Valley Railway. It will undergo its 10-year overhaul and will eventually return to the rails on the K&E Sussex Railway. Of course, we always need investment, and volunteer Andy Hardy tells us why he has launched the Rolvenden Tea Club.
Rolvenden Locomotive Works is the beating heart of the locomotive overhauls on the K&E Sussex Railway. Without it, our steam and diesel fleet wouldn't be in the condition they're in. It's fair to say though that over the last couple of decades, Rolvenden really hasn't received the funding it's needed to be able to improve to meet the commercial requirements and the legislative requirements of a modern working locomotive facility. We now think it's time to try and do something about that. So we have decided to set up the Rolvenden Tea Club. As the name suggests, Rolvenden runs on tea, as does every railway in the UK, and what we thought we'd do is ask a lot of people to try and contribute a very small amount, the equivalent of the cost of a cup of tea on the high street per week over a 5-year period. The idea is to try and raise £50,000 to improve Rolvenden. The Tea Club will have a restricted fund and it will be run by a committee. When we need funds to improve the workshop, the committee will get together and appropriate funds based on 4 criteria: safety, efficiency, accuracy and training. This isn't a fund to just keep the day-to-day going, this is a fund set up to develop Rolvenden into the future. It's even more important now because Rapido Trains UK, the company that I run, have offered £10,000 per year over the next 5 years as match funding. We're really hoping that you can get involved in this and we'll be incredibly grateful, especially considering we have Robertsbridge on the near horizon. Thank you.
Water is a key feature of running a heritage steam railway, and as we extend our line by about 3 miles and add another station, we will need extra watering facilities. I'm delighted to say that thanks to the Rolvenden Tea Club and our 300 Club fundraisers, we have now managed to purchase an additional reverse osmosis plant. This will mean we have watering facilities at Tenterden, Northiam and Robertsbridge. Thanks to a successful grant funding bid, we now have all of the resources we need to install a heritage footbridge at Northiam. It is currently being renovated. Patrick Favell, Volunteer Project Manager, explains how useful the bridge will be once the railway reconnects to Robertsbridge.
We're planning for trains to pass each other at Northiam, which will allow customers the option to travel a short or a long train journey. Short journeys are likely to appeal to families with young children. To change trains at Northiam, visitors are likely to need to change platforms. This means either walking out of the station, alongside the busy A28, over the level crossing and back onto the other platform, or by using the controlled crossing by the signal box. Both journeys carry an element of risk and can be unpleasant, particularly for young families. The new footbridge will connect the platforms at Northiam and be in keeping with the heritage image of the station. A Victorian footbridge was recovered from Toville, near Maidstone. This bridge was built in the 1880s as part of Toville Station. When that station closed in the 1930s, the bridge remained in use until it was removed in 2014. We're indebted to the Rother Valley Railway, who obtained, transported and donated the bridge to the K&ESR Sussex Railway. We have been very fortunate in receiving substantial grants to fund the repair and installation of the footbridge. The generosity of the Railway Heritage Trust and the Rochester Bridge Fund and other donors are greatly appreciated. Currently, the main parts of the bridge are in Tysus, being cleaned, and then the metal will be protected and painted. In the meantime, plans are progressing to confirm the position of the bridge and then apply for the necessary planning permission. The intention is to have the footbridge in position, ready to welcome passengers during 2028.
Thanks, Patrick. As part of our locomotive plans for 2028, we are strengthening our fleet of Terrier steam engines. Noel will be returning to service very shortly before she goes for a major overhaul next year. Poplar's repairs are going well and she will rejoin the fleet in early 2027. Our plan is always to have a Terrier engine in service, as that is where our legacy as the UK's first light railway began. Charwelton is also nearing completion and she will be heading for another heritage railway for testing before returning to the K&ESR Sussex Railway later this year. Next month there will be more news on the progress of our home fleet engine Pannier Tank 1638 as she undergoes an overhaul at Leaky Finders, who are boilermakers and engineers based in Devon. Finally, our historic vehicle, the Cavell van, dedicated to the memory of the unknown soldier and the sacrifice of Nurse Edith Cavell, was taken for a visit to Dover for a unique remembrance service. It was filmed as part of the Channel 4 series Dover 24/7, Britain's busiest port. Look out for the Cavell van in the final episode of the series, and thanks to everyone who took part. Thank you for following the K&ESR Sussex Railway. Your support is very much appreciated. Please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. See you next time.